On to the next topic. The hope list of the year. The fighter of the year, obviously, from the hope list is Lomachenko. And the reason I say that, the hope list is basically a fighter that get benefits that other fighters don't get because he's on the hope list. The hope list is a fighter like Lomachenko, Canelo Alvarez, who could call the WBC and request a WBC French fries title to avoid a mandatory from the coincidental list. A hopeless fighter gets benefit like this. The WBC, for example, had a rule: if you lose, you can't fight for the title. Lomachenko broke the rules and somehow fought Salido his second fight right away. You know what I mean? He fought for a title and he lost that fight. He admitted it. It was a learning experience. He said he got taken to the Mexican university and he couldn't graduate. And he got a title shot right away with the WBO. I thought y'all had a rule that if you lose, you can't fight for the title. He literally just lost his last fight for the title, and y'all gave him another opportunity. Y'all didn't tell him go back into the drawing board. Nah, he hopped back to the top for a title that more fit his style because he fought Gary Russell that was fighting for a vacant belt as well, who wasn't a champion at the time, and he obviously had a boxing style, which Lomachenko favors. Obviously moved up, got a couple titles fighting the leftovers of Mikey Garcia, like Martinez, instead of fighting Salido, the guy that beat you the first time, but you didn't want to give him the money he earned. Anyways, he fought for a vacant title. Again, the WBC at 135. When you a whole two-time world champion, Luke Campbell and Devin Haney was supposed to fight for that title. Devin Haney was actually the #1 mandatory, supposedly. And some way, somehow, Devin Haney doesn't fight Luke Campbell and doesn't fight Lomachenko either. And Lomachenko fights Luke Campbell instead, the same guy that lost to Linares. And he a two-time world champion. Some way, somehow, he fighting for a vacant belt. Now, the WBC has a rule that if you are basically a vacant world champion, a fighter that won a vacant title, you have to defend it against the two mandatories. Again, with Lomachenko, he don't have to oblige by the rules. He could, regardless of what the rules say, he could write his own rules, his own book, because he fighter from the hopeless. He said absolutely not. And guess what happened? He didn't fight. He requested the French fries title and avoided Devin Haney. And he could become undisputed, according to them. Even though they just said it's not a championship and it's not a title. Which one is it? The WBC. But on to the next reason why he a hopeless fighter. And he get benefits that other fighters don't get. ESPN was speaking with Crawford, the pound-for-pound #1 that new media has. Me and Professor Nim also agree. They told him, you pound-for-pound #1. That same interview, they show a list of ESPN having Lomachenko as undefeated, first of all. First, they had him undefeated. Then they changed it to a draw. Then had him as pound-for-pound #1. Now, since when we erase losses? Don't tell me it's a mistake because it happened twice. And one thing you can never take back is them 4 million people that was tuning in on live television. Now you done lied to them. Now they want to become hardcore boxing fans. They remember seeing the name and they see that he lost. He like, what? I thought he lost. Oh, now he didn't lose? This ain't an amateur loss, and you can't even erase those. And that one in particular, he fought 3 times the same opponent he lost to. However, he didn't want to rematch Salido. He didn't want to fight the guy like Manny Pacquiao that he want to be as great as, a 40 version of that Pacquiao. So that's why he's on the help list. Now, do you want to say anything to that?
No, I'm just I haven't really thought too much about the hope list, whatnot. Some of your arguments are valid. I will say with Salido, this was a guy who came in overweight and fouled Lomachenko several times in that bout, which might have had something to do with him.
Well, that fight was at featherweight, and Lomachenko was a feather at the time as far as his pro accomplishments. So, of course, he was supposed to come overweight. He's supposed to break the rules.
Of course.
Since Lomachenko, what the hell he did to earn the title?
A professional, because once you come in overweight, you don't even have a chance at the title. He actually could have won the title.
That wasn't an advantage. That was a disadvantage because he moved up in weight right away. He could no longer make the weight. It ain't like he fought at 128 because he chose to. He could no longer make the weight. That's why he struggled to make the weight. The next fight was 130 and all that. He was fighting at that weight for like 10, 20 years. So let's be honest, it was a disadvantage. And Lomachenko was a feather at the time. He haven't accomplished a thing in the pros. Salido obviously felt disrespected. And he definitely disrespected Lomachenko in the ring, hitting him in his cojones. So on to the next topic. Coincidentalist, I got Andrade number 1 because he tried to fight Saunders and Canelo. They rather fight each other. He tried to fight all these fighters from Gennady Golovkin. That fight for Dazn, I'm not even talking about across the street or what they like to call it. I like to call it, politics of boxing, but they call it across the street. I'm talking about Dazn fighters on his own network. He can't even get those fights. That's why he a fighter. Number 1 on the coincidental list. Number 2, Charlo, then Devin Haney or however. Now, man, this is a new one. Now, I got to hear this. The most feared man of the decade. Who is it, Professor Nam? From 2010 to 2020, who was it, Professor Nam?
Most feared man of the decade?
Avoid it. Appreciate you, Professor Nam, for another great episodes. Episode 17. And none of the decafs called in other than this guy that I don't know what he was talking about. Talking about Floyd Mayweather was in pound for pound back in 2007. Ain't even an argument. So like I said, I'm talking about the decafs that want to argue. They keep saying I'm this and that in the comment section. That want to seek out the truth in the AkHi. That want to prove me wrong. Y'all got something to prove. AkHi undefeated. AkHi, man, he the GOAT, because nobody want to prove him wrong on split decision. He undefeated on split decision. Professor Nam's styling on y'all. He too fly. He literally is the sky. He the sky, man. Come on, stop playing with him. So I appreciate every single one of my AkHis. Obviously, I'd rather talk with a decaf just to school him for my AkHis and entertain y'all, but I love talking with my AkHis too. Obviously, to my left, in the blue corner, the man that always gets back up regardless of him getting knocked down.
Oh, you ain't never seen that. You never seen that.
So you never got dropped in split decision?
Nope. My record clean.
My record clean? Is it cleaner to you? Clean. You sure? Is it cleaner to you?
It's just as clean.
Because you too fresh out there. I don't know, man. You too fresh, man. I don't know. If your record that clean, you going to be more popular than Floyd, man.
I mean, y'all let us know out there. I'm going to leave it up to them. Okay, drop the comment section who y'all think wanted to debate. I don't know how much we debated today. I don't even think we debated. But regardless, at the end of the day, we want to smoke. Professor Nim want to smoke. If you disagree with him, call in. I'ma just be the referee. If you disagree with me, call in. He gonna be the referee. Like 10 more minutes. We'll take some calls. So
yeah, Rap Critic, follow me, AkHi TV on Instagram. AkHi_T.V. So follow me on Instagram. It will be in the description box below as well. Cop that Split Decision merch if you want to be dripped up like we do. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you already know. We don't got to tell you how fly we is, because all you got to do is just stare at Professor Nim for a minute or two. But for the meantime, like I said.
And with that said, so I don't have IG. I'm a little behind on some of the social media things. Like I'm incognito, but I'm coming out with an app. It's called STEM Squad, and I will be providing y'all details as it gets a little bit more developed.
And a movie. We got an app coming and a movie. Professor Nim is not playing with y'all, so we got to call in.
We got to call in.
My man from All In 2, I'm going to call you right back, 504. But for the meantime, AkHi, how you doing, fam? State, where you calling from and your name?
Louisiana is Rap Critic. What's good with it?
Rap critic in the house.
What's good with it, man? Professor Nels, my dog AkHi, my brother. What's up, man?
Hey, feeling better that you called in, man. Great talking to you.
Appreciate the blessings.
Yes, sir. Hey, look, gotta start it off, man. You know what I'm saying? Professor Nels, you my dog, but you got a couple of no contests, man. I just gotta keep it facts, man.
So hey,
I got a couple of NCs on the record. Oh my god.
So AkHi got a couple of bodies on his record.
Oh my god.
A couple, man. My dog AkHi been putting in that work, man. Putting in that work. He been putting in that work. But I gotta give it to Professor Nels though. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to this YouTube, don't nobody
appreciate it. I appreciate
I
it.
call steak fly.
Oh man,
we
appreciate
keep it saucy out here. Bro.
Hey, trying to be like you, rap critic. We trying to rap like you, rap critic. Straight up.
Hey, I come with that real rap. But look, let's get into it, man.
Let's cook.
I think we talked about it last week. Fighter of the decade, I gotta give it to Floyd. I wanted to go back over that pound for pound real quick because I just did just off the top of my head. I went with I had Bud in there, I had Errol in there. I hate to give it to him, but I had Lomachenko in there. You know what I'm saying? Cause look, the whole thing. Like let's address Lomachenko, man. Great skill set. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of the top ring fighters, man, that they promote super hard. They got decent skill sets, man, and they have talent and all that shit. But like when you go above and beyond to take losses off a man's record and do all this fugazi stuff, whether it's Lomachenko's fault or not, I gotta take points off. Just like Professor's favorite fighter, Canelo.
What?
Canelo's a drug cheat, man. You know what I'm saying? They going above and beyond. You know what I'm saying? To
stay on this level. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like they going above and beyond to try to see if they can
hang with the brothers.
Change some of the rule books so they can let clenbuterol be legal again. So
man, preach.
That's not right, man. I can't rock with Canelo over it.
Preach.
Just off the strength of that.
Yeah. Now I want to respond to that too. So I had to change my list a slight change. My number 10 is Josh Taylor instead of Mikey Garcia because he's just unified 140 and he's just he's just won the Super 6. But I agree with you. Now, first of all, rap critic, if we're going to base things on ducking and stuff, for example, like I will put Deontay Wilder over Lomachenko and Canelo, right? Because Wilder never ducked anybody. He the quality of a real champion. So, but people want to base things on accomplishments and all the above. So my list, just to put it out there real quick off the dome, I got Terrence Crawford number 1, Pacquiao number 2 because he looking like he wants some smoke with my man Errol, so I'm all for it. Number 3, Errol Spence. Number 4, I got Lomachenko. Number 5, Canelo. Number 6, Deontay Wilder. However, like I said, if you basing things off wanting to fight instead of resume and all the above, then Deontay Wilder is above those two guys in particular. However, number 7, I got Inouye. Number 8, I got Charlo. Number 9, I got Andrade. Number 10, I got my man Josh Taylor. Professor Nim, you agree with that?
That's a
good list, right?
I might switch a couple of bit, but that's a legitimate list.
That's a legitimate. Obviously, check out the last episode to see Professor Nim pick as well. Rap critic, yeah, go ahead.
Just real quick, look, because like I already know some other cats want to call. We can't forget that Deontay Wilder is a Olympian as well, you know what I'm saying? Even though he came late in the game, I believe he's got a bronze medal to go with that. So
he's a bronze bomber.
They could talk accolades and accomplishments, but at the end of the day, don't nobody really want no real smoke with Deontay, man.
Man, preach, brother. Hey, hold on. Let me tell you this. Right? You know Muhammad Ali, right? Ali in Arabic stands for the highest, like the highest, right? He tied Muhammad Ali for 10 title defenses. So you can't tell me Wilder ain't this and that when he's just fought Ortiz, Tyson Fury, and keep in mind he fighting Tyson Fury again. And when your name is Ali and you tying his record for 10 title defenses, we know it's not easy because AJ just got upset by Ruiz, a person that's eating burgers all day. You know what I'm saying? One day decided to work out and became a world champion and shit. So all I'm saying is it's not that easy because we seeing fighters fail at doing so. But yeah, I'm sorry for cutting you off. I just had to get that out the way.
Nah, it's all good because at the end of the day, that man don't duck no smoke. And that man gives multiple opportunities, man. I salute the dude, man. For knowing what Ortiz family situation was going through, put your title, your life, and all that on the line to make sure that another man could feed his daughter, bro. That's
love. That's real. That's love. That's real, and all the above. And I wish fighters carry themselves the way Deontay Wilder does, carrying the sport on his back. And he is the baddest man on the planet and the most feared because he literally carries the sport on his back, and he preaches everything he says. But, man, great talking with you, Rap Critic. Always tune in, call in. You know, man, you're a regular at the show.
Appreciate the love, bro. You fam now.
You fam. Hey, you know, he an AkHi. You already know. Stop playing. All right, one. So, it's going to be our last call for the day, but I appreciate everybody for calling in. As far as the Pacquiao situation, man, love him or hate him, he's a legend in the sport, but obviously you can see him. You know, he wasn't interested in Errol Spence then, but he interested in Errol Spence now. However, man, Professor Nam, great talking to you. Great show. My best moment of the week. You know what I'm saying? Always look forward to coming into Split Decision. And take us out, Professor Nam. Take these decals out. And, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead, look for the smoke. I know we're not trying to be bullies like you said earlier, but we're replying to the people that's dissing us and calling all their AkHis their brothers and talking ish because we not laughing with y'all. We laughing at y'all. Go ahead, take us out, Professor Nan.
Yeah, we want to say we appreciate all the support, and even if you are chiming in to see us fail, because a lot of people watch Mayweather fights to like see him lose, we still appreciate that support and all that. But like we say, like my goal here is just, I think it's just because of the way that I'm wired, is we're here to educate, we're here to build together and stuff, and and to inform and to educate. Sometimes if there's a little bit of tension, that's okay.
And
right?
entertainment, exactly.
And entertainment. I come from a boxing background, all that. So
two-time Golden Glove.
You know, so sometimes you need that. So we do, but we want to keep the ad hominems, or what we call personal attacks. We want to keep that at a minimum, and then come with your facts and come ready to defend those things. And then we're going to give you the best content on the internet at this point. Make sure that you subscribe. We're close to getting 10,000 for AkHi TV,
and we're gonna have a host and all that. So we're gonna have eye candy,
a host or whatnot. Make sure you do that, and then once we get to like 100, it's just gonna be, the whole studio is gonna be transformed. We're doing this from a little bit of a makeup, but like you see, every time you see us, the technical capabilities are improving. We're finding different ways to reach the audience, and we appreciate you growing with us and coming with us during this journey. I just want to say, y'all know how we coming, and just like you said, they tune in to see Floyd Mayweather lose, but guess what? Floyd Mayweather stay improving every time, getting better. On Split Decision, we getting better every time. And shout out to my man, Rap Critic. By brick, racks on racks on racks. Yeah, I know. Hey, brick by brick, we building a wall that these decafs can't climb. All they gonna have to do is tune in every Sunday live and become a hardcore boxing fan. So appreciate you, Rap Critic. That's my AkHi. That's a fan right there all day. Shout out to, you want to say her name? Because I keep messing her up. I don't want her trying to hurt me. I'm probably going to mess up her last name, but we want to give a shout out to Desiree Prieto, which is the first time she said she likes the show. You're going to need to call in now. Knowledge, appreciate it. Yo, best show on YouTube, straight knowledge, man. That's straight knowledge love. Is power. RJ, Rap Critic, you know what it is, man. He's part of this. And then I also want to give a shout out to like Mo Fire. He's like came in and was like saying that. So, man, appreciate it, man. We appreciate all the love, and join us. RJ in the comment section. Exactly. Everybody in the comment section. Guys, when we have the host, we're going to have a better flow to the show. Right now, we can't even keep up with the comment section like that. That's why we tell y'all to put super chats if we're going to reply to something, because it's kind of hard. But I peep every single one of my keys. I appreciate every single one of y'all. I know I talk about the hate a lot because a lot of people hate. However, I really appreciate the people that support me and show love, because that's the people that get me motivated to do my videos every day and then come on the Split Decision and have a great time with y'all. Y'all say this is the best show on TV, on YouTube, on AkHi TV exclusive, and I appreciate y'all for that. So at the end of the day, Professor Nim, take us out while I press on the buttons and let the magic happen. We out there. Hit that subscribe every Sunday live. We'll see y'all again.